Good evening. I'm Charles Payne. Breaking news. We are awaiting President-elect Donald Trump to take the stage for the first leg of his thank you tour. It starts off in Cincinnati. Trump, he's expected to address his supporters at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to cover every angle of it right here on Fox Business. Trump, of course, won the state of Ohio decisively over Hillary Clinton. He's also going to be joined by Vice President-elect Mike Pence. Let's remember, the Rust Belt and the Heartland, they were forgotten by Washington, D.C. elites, but not by Trump. This is a form of gratitude between the candidate and the voters, and it's going to be on full display tonight. Joining me to discuss now, Adam Goodman, Steve Rogers, and Kelly Riddell. Kelly, let me start with you. I think it's a brilliant sort of post-election whistle-stop tour, old school. Thank you to people who have been neglected for decades by the elites on both coasts.
Yes, and this is what the new Republican Party looks like. Donald Trump is defining it with his populism, his reaching out to the middle class, the working class, the voter out there who's been, quite frankly, ignored by Washington, D.C. So this is getting back to the roots of things. I mean, it was an unbelievable display today, seeing him go back to Carrier and him and Vice President-elect Mike Pence and delivering on those jobs that he promised. He's already done more before he's even in the White House than President Barack Obama's done in 8 years. I mean, what a great economic accomplishment this was as a president-elect. Yeah,
absolutely. We're going to discuss that more, whether or not he's creating a sustainable template. But in the meantime, Steve Rogers, I got to tell you, throughout the election, there was one man who came on the show zillion years before everyone jumped on the train, the Trump train, before it became cool, when he was the least popular person in the Republican Party, and you said he is touching something. You saw something amongst regular folks in New Jersey and other parts of this country, no one else since, but you saw it early.
Charles, he touched the heart of the American people, and I just love the way Kelly just described it, the new Republican Party, and now we're going to have a new America. He's bringing back the core values of this country: duty, honor, country, God, America. These are the things that people love, and that's what he teaches in the heart, what he actually touched in the heart of the American people.
Would you admit he was an unlikely messenger for those things?
Well, you know what? He was the likely messenger. You see, the pundits said he was unlikely, but the American people, he spoke their language. He was on Main Street, not on Wall Street. You know, he was in middle-class America, and even in minority communities there. A lot of people gravitated towards him because he had the message. And the message was, let's bring respect back and strength back and courage back to the United States of America.
Adam Goodman, first of all, it's good to have you face-to-face after coming on the show for a couple of years via remote. You're a GOP strategist, one of the top in the country. I mean, what you've witnessed, obviously, I'm sure you've had to go back in your own playbook and rewrite it, erase a few things and add a few things. I'm calling it a thank you / victory tour. And I think it's a way of both. I saw the crowds already. They're immense. A way of Donald Trump saying thank you and a way of these voters saying thank you.
But think of the campaign he just launched today. The campaign for president's over, but the campaign for America just began all over again. And he sent a very clear message that he's going to be a hands-on, active president that's going to go right at trying to put America back to work. Instead of exporting jobs, he wants to import opportunity. And if there's a label, you know me, Charles, I'm a big label guy, right? An ad guy, right? I think you're looking at the beginning of the now president. He wants to get things done right now. There'll be an impatience to what he's doing. He's going to drive not just for one carrier story, but 100 carrier stories as quickly as he can.
Right.
He's not waiting for the formalities of an inauguration to start off the bat. That's what America has been waiting for, a shot in the arm, and they're getting
We can also see the way he's putting his cabinet together. It's a solutions, now, to your point, a now cabinet to go along with the now president.